Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button if you guys are fans of the content being posted onto this channel to always be in the loop with more content similar to this, and be sure to hit the video up with a like if you're enjoying the content. And with that being said, let's begin. With Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 50 now officially in the history books, many fans within the Dragon Ball community are left wondering, do either of the Galactic Patrol members, which include Jaco and Maris, along with Goku and the Daikaio, have a plan in not only having to go as far as to counter Moro's army, but also Moro and his magic himself, being that every single time they seem to step into battle against Moro, they find themselves in a very tough position in having their energy taken from their bodies, and not only regressing in Super Saiyan transformations, but also going as far as to see that Moro seemingly keeps getting stronger the more he seems to take their energy. And being that Vegeta is going to planet Yardrad, we can only assume that Goku and the Daikaio are headed back to Earth. And one of my proposals going forward would be to execute and further use the Z Fighters as a method in countering Moro's army. Very similar to Resurrection of F in having Frieza's army go up against Gohan, Piccolo, Tien, Krillin, Master Roshi, except here be done on a much higher level. And with that, we can ultimately see the reintroduction of Piccolo having to be in combat with Gohan, 17, Krillin, to in which these characters can finally be put to use following the events of the Tournament of Power, to where that was the only time we saw them all collectively together fighting for the same cause. Now the scenario here would be if Moro would somehow be able to track down Goku, very similar to the way Goku's able to track down Moro via instant transmission, and finally arrive on Earth. Now Earth is the perfect setting, and the reason for that is because the minute Moro steps on planet Earth and feels the living energy of the planet itself, he would not only be amazed as to how many life forms are on the planet itself, but also be very ecstatic in the idea that he could drain every single one of these life forms' energy and consuming that within his body, not only getting stronger as an entity, but also laying waste to another planet, a planet in which he can victimize with complete ease, knowing the fact that here is where the Daikaio and Goku are going to die following the battle on planet Namek. And this could also be the introduction of seeing Gohan, 17, Piccolo, and other fighters of that caliber actually have a chance against the main antagonist of the story. Now think about this. How cool would it be if we had someone like Android 17 be positioned in the role of a supporting character in not only defending and guarding our heroes from Moro stealing their energy by having to shield them, but also seeing the android's exponential amount of energy be put to use against an entity that seemingly feeds off of the very energy of the host themselves. 17 versus Moro, Ultimate Gohan versus Moro, hell, even finding out about what happened on New Planet Namek, Piccolo versus Moro, all of these battles would be essential to not only character growth, even if they go as far as to fail, but seeing them actually be put to use would be a relative thing, not only to the characters themselves, but going deeper into the story and expanding on the character's depth. I do believe that having Goku and the Daikaio as the primary leads in fighting against Moro would be essential, but at least if you have Gohan, Piccolo, Gotenks, Android 17, Krillin, all of these other characters in the background, and having to not only body Moro's army, but also trying to assist Goku and the Daikaio in this fight, would not only be a callback to the original Dragon Ball Z and seeing everybody work together again, but it would also go as far as to showcase the level of power that Moro has in his ability to not only use his magic against everybody, but also go as far as to take everyone's energy. Now just imagine this. Moro fights Goku, the Daikaio, and after they get done with his army, he ends up fighting Gohan, Piccolo, 17, but also manages to steal their energy subconsciously just like he did against Goku and Vegeta. And this could ultimately set up a scenario to where Goku and the Daikaio are losing until at the very end, right when Moro is about to declare his victory over everybody, out of the blue, Vegeta finally shows up from planet Yardrad. Different clothing, different abilities, different moves, and a different look. And with that, I would set up the scenario to where Vegeta becomes the hero of the story, being that he separated himself with Goku to go to planet Yardrat and having to learn about something very specific that can aid him during the course of this battle, not only giving him the upper hand against Moro, but proving that he doesn't need god power, that he doesn't need any magic to simply get the job done, something that Goku and the Daikaio were not able to accomplish. Which only from there can we establish a further narrative in giving Vegeta the spotlight, at least for once in the series, but I do believe that by adding in Gohan, 17, especially Piccolo, Android 18 if they want to do that, Krillin, Tien, hell, even Yamcha, add everyone in there just for the sole purpose of fighting against the galactic prisoners in either A, having to annihilate them completely, or B, simply have the Z fighters defeat them and then only having Moro turn his back against them, which we already know that Moro is going to do, in not only taking his energy back, but absorbing their very life energy and making himself even stronger than before. I can see Moro going as far as to not only threaten planet Earth and consuming everyone's life energy, including the energy of the planet itself, but having that desperate situation come about to where Goku is fighting for his planet now, and then on top of having the Daikaio try to imprison Moro again by sealing away his magic, would be the best narrative to have in this current situation. However, I am not alone in this conversation, as joining me here today to discuss the concept of Moro versus the Z Fighters is my good friend Danny Ray Champ, my lead moderator over on my Discord. Now Danny, I wanted to ask you, because we spoke about this on Discord, your thoughts on Moro coming to Earth and the concept of what it would be like to have the other Z Fighters involved in playing the role of the secondary characters per se, in assisting Goku and the Daikaio in holding off the army, while Goku and the Daikaio try to figure out a plan how to get in there and actually scrap against Moro. Do you think that by adding in the Z Fighters it would be a good inclusion, or do you think that by adding in the secondary characters it would more or less take away from the story and thus reducing them and being fodder in comparison to Moro?
In my opinion, it would just be another revival of F. You would have somebody going to Earth with their army just like Frieza did, and to see the Z Fighters against Moro's army, I honestly don't want to see it. I would much rather have Goku and Vegeta just square up against Moro. You know, we have Vegeta going to planet Yardrat and doing whatever he's going to do. This point could literally be anything. But, you know, the Supers had this weird thing where it's always, you know, it's built a character up just to let them down. So, like Gohan, for example. Gohan gets his power back, and then he rings himself out with Dispo. Piccolo gets stronger. Oh, he gets poisoned by Frost. Oh, he gets knocked out of the turn of power by a bug. The Super has this tendency to build these characters back up just to let us down with them again. So, would I want this to happen? No, because it's just going to feed into that syndrome. I would much rather have it unabashedly be the Goku and Vegeta show, or even just a Goku show for that matter, because at least then I'm not going to be disappointed when I see Gohan get bodied. I'm not going to be disappointed when I see Piccolo get bodied, or Tien, or Yamcha, or Krillin, or this character, that character. But if this absolutely has to happen, I guess the best we can hope for is the Z Fighters to have a good showing. I remember around the time the Broly movie, like all the information about that was coming out, I said, you know, they wouldn't be able to do anything, but it would be cool if everybody showed up and squared off against Broly. Like, everybody. That includes Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Yamcha, Tien, Krillin, Chaozu, Master Roshi, this person, that person, just everybody who is a martial artist of planetary level ability shows up and is like, sup, get off our planet, you know? But that's the best case scenario for that. Goku and Daikaio can square up against Moro, I suppose, on Earth, and then have Vegeta show up and body him, I guess. Because that's sort of what it seems to be leading to, is Vegeta doing something. But I don't have high hopes if that was to be what happens, if Moro does go to Earth. Because it's just going to be another major letdown for the Z Fighters again. Honestly, and this is not going to happen. I know full well it isn't. But if it were to, I think this would be the best case scenario for it. Moro should have 5 or 6 lackeys that are just high caliber. Not on his level, of course, but high caliber, sort of like a Turles in his Crusher Corps, right? He shows up to Earth, everybody just boxes through the army. Just boom, 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 down, down, down. And meanwhile, these 5-6 dudes are just standing there with Moro. And then he sets them upon them, and then you have X person versus Gohan. And then you have this person versus, I don't know, 17 and 18. And then this person versus Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha. And this person versus Piccolo. You know, I feel like giving these people their own fights may, you know, if they're done right, of course, you know, I guess that'd be good, I suppose. But just looking at the track record Super has, I don't think they'd be done well. But in terms of that being, I think that would be the best case scenario, because otherwise it's just literally going to be a repeat of Revival of F. You know, they're going to box up the army. Granted, the army's stronger, but so are the Z fighters in general. So, you know, there's that. And then, you know, they're going to box up the army. You're going to have, again, like Revival F, where Piccolo goes down to Shisami or just some random guy. And granted, after they beat up the army, they could face up against Moro, sure, but they're just going to get all raffle stomped, you know? I suppose you could have the scenario in which, like, the Z fighters give it their best shot. Like, they're all flying towards Moro, right? Moro's already starting to suck their energy out, right? You have, like, 17 and 18 grab his arms or something like that, hold him down to the ground, and, like, everybody else just lays it on him, and then he just comes out unscathed. I guess that'd be a cool scene, but I don't think that would happen because, you know, just Super's track record and all. I would feel like it would just be a flat-out body on Moro's part, and I honestly don't want to see that. I really don't. I want to see these people do something meaningful, but if it's going to end up meaning nothing, then I'd rather just have them be off on the sidelines. I'd rather have Moro show up to Earth, everybody's getting ready to square off, than you just see Vegeta instant transmission in and be like, "Sup, ready to die, goat bitch?" And then it just goes from there.
I disagree, actually. I think that by adding in Gohan, Piccolo, 17, and everybody else, it would be more of an inclusion factor to see what they can do in working collectively as a team, because we saw them work together during the TOP, and that was a pretty cool thing, but we've never seen them in a situation like this to where subconsciously their energy is being taken away by Moro, but at the same time, we have Goku and the Daikaio also trying to scrap with Moro out on the side, which creates a unique dynamic because it almost feels like an invasion, and I feel like that would be a good narrative to go forward with, even though I do think that Vegeta should be the sole victor of the story. By the end, I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Between Vegeta, Goku, the Daikaio, Gohan, 17, 18, Krillin, Piccolo, what are your thoughts on Moro coming to Earth? Would that be a good idea? A bad idea? We spoke about the concept of Broly on a previous video, but what I really want to know from you guys right now is the concept of the Z fighters, and if you guys think this would work. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching once more. If, of course, you guys are new to the channel, then don't forget to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single video. Hit this video up with a like if you guys cannot wait for the upcoming chapter. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, all that good stuff located down in the description box below. Thank you all once again. Tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down the comment section below. Let's see what happens with Moro. This could be a hit, or this could be a miss. Only time can tell. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you all down the comment section below. Take it easy, guys. Peace!
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Frieza.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!